Alright, you notice Duke crushing it in your Sims? They do very well in Sims. This game. Alright, Circa recruiting. Some 4 commits. This 5-star we were looking good on. Let's just schedule it. Week 10. I think we'll need it if somebody comes in. Brand exposure. Could be plus. Good enough. Brand exposure. The movie. Movie or the star. Nobody really wants this game, so might be a 5-star bust, but they're still worth going after, especially for us. For the complimentary, no. This one is coming week 6. Double soft. Who is the star? We have 2 misses on that other one. Minus it, but yeah, good star, so. Got our cornerback. This guy's coming in. So. Should be able to fend off Ohio State. This one looks good. I'm actually gonna, well, I'm gonna move the tape around. I think we're recording. Georgia. Did we know that? I think we did. We were like, why is they going after a 4-star? Playing time. After Michigan. And don't think we're getting this one. We'll go one more week. There's a visit. It's almost wrapped. Go here. Looking good here. Say close percentage. What do we got in? People are going. the complimentary with Steam. That's weird. Well, let's schedule. So it looks like a pretty good class. Get first 5-star. I used a couple coaching skills. What did I do? I filled out the tier 1 for everything. Let's go.
When you have number 1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if they can pull off a major upset. Here he comes from inside his own 5. So Duke's offense will go on the attack first. We've got a battle that you two are going to love, and so is everybody else for that matter. High-octane offense, stonewall defense. As they say, something's got to give, Jesse.
Yeah, this is a classic example here of the unstoppable force versus the immovable object, right? Something has got to give, and you really got to dive into the X's and O's in a game like this because every single individual matchup on the field matters when these two teams play each other.
Yeah, and these are just fun, right? Like great versus great. Like who's going to win and what style's going to prevail. Both these teams have been able to impose their will week after week on their opponents.
I was like,
high-powered matchup. Who's going to get the win?
Well, the offense just taking what the defense gives them there. There's a lot of cushion out in coverage, so that was just too easy for the quarterback. Spits it out, and they pick up the first.
From the gun, they'll try to win the running game. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these guys have in ACC play, that momentum can really be powerful.
Oh, 100%. The momentum, the confidence. Like, you guys were starting the season saying we want to be great in these areas, and now you're starting to see it, starting to pile up some conference wins. Now, Jesse, getting to the middle of the season, and you got to continue to evolve, right, and be ready for some of these rivalries.
No doubt about it. And I think they also like the fact that they've got some guys stepping up and making plays consistently. It's one thing to do it off in non-conference play, competition early in the year. Now that you're into the meat of your ACC schedule, they've got guys on both sides of the ball that they can count on week in, week out.
And the Blue Devils with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Going with the counter play here. They ripped up a big one, and they get it down to a 27.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Now on 2nd down.
29 Philly.
to pass. Flex it out of the air. Snowed under by the defense.
You know, the beautiful thing about being a quarterback is you can throw a little drag route, and they can take it 60. When you got fast playmakers on the outside that you can get the ball in their hands really quickly, great things can happen. 1-yard passes can turn into 60. It's beautiful to be good.
Looking for the end zone.
Mm.
Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, the hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You could see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
And he made that extra point. The wet turf, no problem at all. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So FIU's offense will get the ball for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that game.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws it in, it's Perry. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Perry. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It doesn't matter to him. Single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Witherspoon. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it through a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on the line.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And after a successful run like that on first down, if you're the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and potentially taking a shot, because even if it's incomplete now on second, you only have a short amount of...
Yesterday,
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with a 7-0 lead. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it.
Man, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got a man. It's Tyler. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing with your wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He gets it up to the 34 he'll set up shop.
On the double.
He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Catch in the middle, it's Perry. And he's brought down after a nice game.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
After a good pickup on the run, it's second down.
Here we go.
Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the run. Fights off the defender. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure he was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Gonna swing it on second down.
Oh, jeez, big baby. That's good. Well, the first one is his.
And Duke has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
On the
So
set.
they'll go back to work after changing into the field.
Lasso. Ready.
On the gun, the ground game. They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get there.
Wow.
He's straight downfield.
Speeding
down the left side. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8.
None of these routes worked in this game. Jesus, the one's going ever.
Third down and long is the hardest down to execute in football, but this offense made it look easy. Nice job being aggressive, making the big play down the field, and now set up in a position where they can go get a touchdown on first and goal.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Got it.
They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6.
Cobra.
The run up the middle, trying to pound the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
All right, so now you're in this third down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run pass option.
I like that, too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close,
Goal's knocked down back at the 13. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Here's the return from inside his 10. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
And those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it. Move on. Play the next play.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. You could tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
Really nice job there by the quarterback understanding it's blitz, and not just that it's blitz, but knowing whether it's man coverage or zone coverage behind the blitz. You've still got to know where your answer is going to be based on what the defense is doing in the back end, and you add the answer to the test right there.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They got a 1st and 10. Here comes the heat. Finds his big tight end. And this one will be stopped for no gain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Snagged in the middle, it's Perry. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So that penalty is going to cost them the 1st down as they back up, and now it's 2nd down. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Lost the fire on 2nd down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keen on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Pocket breaking down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
Yeah, I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. And generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Handoff from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful.
There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down.
On the
So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll ride the hot hand. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback adapting. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in the freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
55 weak.
From the shotgun now, here's the inside give. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the 1st without scoring. They'll go with a direct snap. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6th, but they'll have the 1st down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Ready.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. The quarterback takes a knee.
Ready.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal.
Cricket.
Trying to pound it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, FIU.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the 1st half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the 1st half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the 2nd half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Under fire! Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
So now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw time, running short in the half. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Worked his way out to the 28-yard line, but needed a little bit more yardage. 4th down is coming. Hunt is on its way. Looks it all the way in, and now turns the direction upfield. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. State.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Durham.
We're just about ready to start the second half. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. After the lack of production in the first half, plenty to talk about. Let's see what they can dial up here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think you stay calm. I think you make adjustments, Jesse. I think you realize what they're doing to us and how can I attack that. But you also tell the guys, low-scoring game, still very much in this. We can still be who we are.
It's a good point. I think on offense, this is not the time to reinvent the wheel. I think you stay true to who you are and what your identity is. And you've got to show confidence in your guys to go out and just execute better here in the second half.
He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really hard for the second half to throw any completions.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this rain. Just concentrate on one thing, making the catch.
Ready up.
Rides the back and leaves it. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Makes the grab. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, we haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, we got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down. And the Blue Devils have this offense rolling. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Fires to the big fella. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grab near the sticks, it's Judowski. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And you got man-to-man coverage, you're running that curl route, that ball has to come out. You know you're going to get hit. Like, you know you stopped your route, he's going to be right there. He does a great job securing the catch and getting the first down.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Okay, ready?
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Jackrabbit. Here we go.
From the gun, inside the middle. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Duke. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting the possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Florida is currently ahead in this one, but it's been a close one so far in the Swamp. They're up by 4 over LSU. We'll keep an eye on things until the final horn in a game that could shake things up a bit in the SEC.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Using the quick game. They get it out to the 36 and on the move after a pickup of 15. FIU pushing tempo.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
They're dealing with a second and long. Looking to fire. He turns that loose down the right side.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They've really got a good beat on this passing game.
Lost the throw again. And they wanted it on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. FIU will line up to punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
With jet sweep pass. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that 1st down.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start.
And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd down from their own 20. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Field goal is good. And now the lead is even bigger. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on. You know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Going to the ground. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. He's up to 86 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got an open man. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Panthers will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Yeah, and listen, this guy's had a good day. I know they're trailing and they need to put some drives together, but I also wouldn't abandon him because he's had such a monster day, and he's been the bright spot so far for this offense.
If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods.
On the
They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Lasso! Lasso!
Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Okay.
Defense a little too eager on that last one, and now it's 1st and 5.
Get set! Get set! Ready?
The RPO fire complete to the left. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They'll try to pass their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Florida International.
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Mason ran down the middle. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys. With that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season. And, man, you know he's looking for more.
How about that last big play? You're backed up, and now you've got it 1st and 10 from the 46. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Out of the gun, the inside kick. Runs for the tackle. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out.
Jackrabbit!
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Got a man. It's Davis. He stopped at the 32, picks up 10 on the play and gets the 1st down.
Well, there's a great example of the receiver working back to his quarterback on the curl route against man coverage. He drives back towards the football, makes the catch, and gets the 1st down.
They're down to the 32-yard line on 1st and 10. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Quickly complete. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
3rd and long, and he'll try to go for it. And that did not work. Defense smelled
that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. The Florida International offense is back on the field. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Wants to go up top on first down. Under fire. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
After getting 4 sacks last game, this defense really is trying to create an identity as being one of the better pass rushing units in the entire country. Haven't really seen that, though, in this game so far until that last play. Well, let's see how that affects the rest of this game.
Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And when you're on defense, it's wet, it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
Pound 55 weak.
Motion from the wideout. The give from the gun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if they're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
On third down, he drops the throw. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. Easy call.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a 2-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. To the air on first down. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the number 1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. Complete in the middle. Turning it on. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
Man, that is just what this defense did not need. Late in the football game, up by a couple of scores, you just can't give up the big play. And listen, that was a contested catch, but we got to get guys on the ground. Can't give up explosive. Let that clock tick and preserve the lead.
He's got it out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
The Panthers are at the line looking to convert on third and short. They just keep firing. Fires into the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
That is such a great job by the offense, putting together a touchdown drive when they needed it most. Not a lot of time left to go, but if their defense can get them the ball back, they've got an opportunity to kick a field goal and walk out of here with a win.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
On the ready.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
And oftentimes early in the game, you're trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give as they work on that clock. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
Okay, ready?
It'll be 3rd and long.
Let's go.
From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Blue Devils will bring the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Let's see how aggressive this defensive coordinator is with the lead and just a few minutes left. The lone back's got it. He now has 111 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Panthers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
42.
Might as well stick with him. He makes the tackle at the 37. It's a pickup of 5. That's good enough for a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
Looking to throw on first down. Complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Yeah, and this is the time where I'm a defense. I'm slow to get up. I'm making sure I stay on that offensive player. I'm trying to eat up as much clock and make this offense burn as much clock power as I can.
And this coaching staff right now, you know they're looking at the analytics too, right? How many timeouts do we have left? We want to think about dialing up some play calls to get guys catching the football or get the ball out of bounds to stop the clock. You've got a good rhythm right here. You're in a good position in the field to go win this thing, but you've got to be really smart with your play calls.
The Panthers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Snap it to the back. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
This is an offense that prides himself on being physical, so you need 1 yard. Just hand it off to your back and let him go to work.
FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. On the run. It's moved. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover.
On the set.
Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20.
3:25.
The snap sets up the throw. They're working that left side. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. FIU mounting a threat in the red zone. The give to the tailback. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
I absolutely hate that play call. At this point of the game, you're trailing, you're trying an outside run. It's a slow developing play, eating up seconds. And if you're going to do that, at least you have to be able to get out of bounds. He wasn't able to do it, and now the clock is ticking and ticking away. That is just not the right play call in this 2-minute situation.
Leaves it with the running back. He's stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. And it is good. Spicy uprights on the chip shot. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
We made it.